Hello, this is a Richard Lipp grand piano. The action's been taken out and is on the workbench, and we just need to measure the distance between the key bed and the string so we can get as accurate a regulation as possible. So we're taking measurements using this metal rod and putting it on the key bed here. It's important not to put it here but to put it here, and that's pretty obvious I think, but it's worth mentioning perhaps. And then up to the string, and then marking the underside where it's going to hit the string with a pencil. So on this side of the rule we're going to put the B1 and B2 for the bottom and top bass, and then T1 and T2 for the next section of the treble strings, that is, and then T3, T4, T5. We can sometimes measure the top one as well. I'll show you as we go along now, just to show you that's a Bösendorfer that was done previously. So those are the measurements for that B1, B2, T1, T2, and then the other side here we've got T1, T3, T4, T5.
Okay.
So this is the bottom bass string, marking where the hammer will hit the string. So we mark that B1. And now we can mark the top bass. And we'll call that B2. So now we mark the bottom treble string. And we'll call that T1. Now we're going to do measurement we're going to call T2, which is this side of the break point. So we call that T2, which looks very similar to T1. The other side of the break, that's T3. And mark on it T3. And this, I have to lift the dampers off for this one to get an accurate measurement. That's T4. Now that's T4. And T5 that's almost the same. T3 is a bit higher. I think actually that line was T4, T3, so they're almost the same, and this is slightly lower possibly. That would be T5. So we're trying to get this as accurate as possible, but I think those three are almost the same as each other. We can do T6 right at the very top, but we'll do it because on this piano it will fit, and we'll see what it is. So that's T6. So T6 was almost identical to T5. It's probably more my error of marking it than any difference. And those are all pretty consistently the same, but you do get variety on different pianos. Let's have a look at the Bösendorfer again here. So we had the T1 and the T2, quite a lot different, and B1 and B2, well, they always are different, obviously, because of the string, size of the string, and down that side we have T1, T3, T4, T5 was slightly different. So that's measuring from the key bed to where the hammer hits the string, B2, B1, B2, T1, T2, and then on the other side T3, T4, T5 and T6 was almost in the same place. So now we go to the bench and we'll see what we do next. Now here's the action on the bench, and basically trying to get this guide rail to measure up to coordinate with what we've written on here. So we've done the bass here, and T2, you need to line it up.
No, this is T1.
Oh, I beg your pardon. So T1 here has got to be lining up.
Okay.
So it just needs moving very slightly up. There we go. And
T2.
T2
is already set.
Is okay. That's good. So that's pretty obvious what we're trying to do there. And this is obviously something that's been made up to regulate the action. So thank you very much for listening. I hope that's been some help.